is Ken Gonzalez. I'm the commander of Chapter 730 here in Henderson, Military Order of the Purple Heart. I'd like to welcome you all to our annual ceremony, Purple Heart Day. We've got lots of supporters, members, veterans from different organizations, family, friend, state, county, and federal representatives. What I'd like to do to start off our ceremony is to ask our chaplain to come forward and read us the opening prayer.
How you doing? Can I have you stand and uncover? Dear Heavenly Father, we come in your holy name. We thank you for the meaningful. We thank you for those who have served in our military and our first responders who are willing to give their life, limb, mind, and order, so that we can be here today, celebrate Purple Heart Day. We gather at the beautiful Purple Heart Plaza that has been gracefully provided for us and maintained by the city of Henderson. It enables us to continue teaching the people of our country to pay homage to those who have sacrificed to bring blessing and freedom to our entire nation. Grant each of us grace which we need to participate in daily prayer and give thanks for all those you have given us as a nation and people. We ask that you protect those who currently deployed in harm's way, protect them and bring them home safely to their families. And we ask and pray and believe in your holy name. Amen. Cover.
Please remain standing. Sergeant at Arms, ask that he lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
And salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing to pass the line. And salute.
Oh, say that you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ground must we watch, with silence we streaming, and the rocket's red glare above bursting in air gave proof through the night that the fight was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the family and the home of the brave.
Thank you, these gentlemen from Basic Academy Choir, Brandon Miner, Tegan Poppy, Elijah Basil, Gavin Ross, and Jacob Torres. This was coordinated through Ryan Duff, who is the department head and the instructional leader in the performing arts area. We thank them for their activity. If you'll notice over here on our monument, we have 7 roses. They've been placed at the foot of our Purple Heart Monument to represent the Army, the Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, Merchant Marines, and the new Space Force. They represent our unity, fellowship, and respect to all wounded comrades and for those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. May all rest in peace. I'd like to acknowledge some of the representatives that we have here today. Obviously, we have Mayor Romero, who I will call for a second here to give us a nice welcome. And have councilmen from Henderson, Jim Seabach, Dan Stewart, Terry Cox, Monica Larson. Thank you for joining us and coming here. We have Brandon Vargas from the office of Jackie Rosen, Senator Jackie Rosen. And Alana Simpson from the office of Senator Cortez Masto. Good. At this time, since it is our venue, we would like to... Oh, did I forget Congressman Woman? Yeah, she needs no introduction. We got... We'll be calling on you in just a second. Thank you, Ms. Titus. All right, at this time, I'd like to call upon our mayor, Michelle Romero, to come forward, and since this is her venue and her city, I'd like to offer some welcome remarks.
Good morning, everyone. It's my privilege to join you today as we celebrate Purple Hearts Day with this beautiful ceremony. I want to recognize my fellow council members who are here and all of our distinguished guests, including Congresswoman Titus, who are joining us today. I also want to extend my sincere thanks to the Purple Heart Chapter 730 and its commander, Gonzalez, for hosting this meaningful event each year. Henderson is proud of our long-standing partnership with Chapter 730, a partnership that helped make us the first Purple Heart city in the state of Nevada. Today, we gather not only to recognize Purple Heart recipients, but to reflect on what the medal represents. As the wife of a veteran, military service is deeply personal to me. I know that serving our country is more than a profession. It is a calling that demands courage, sacrifice, and selflessness. It is a commitment shared not only by those who wear the uniform, but also by the families that stand behind them. That experience has given me an even deeper appreciation and respect for every service member, veteran, and military family. The Purple Heart is our nation's oldest military decoration, first established by George Washington in 1782. It is awarded to members of the United States Armed Forces who are wounded or killed in action. Unlike many military honors, the Purple Heart is not awarded for achievement, but for sacrifice. It represents the courage, resilience, and selflessness of those who placed our nation's freedom above their own safety. This plaza stands as a lasting reminder that those sacrifices will never be forgotten. Today, we proudly recognize our newest Purple Heart recipients. We also remember those recipients who have passed away since we last gathered, and honor every Purple Heart veteran whose courage has helped preserve the freedoms we enjoy today. Honoring our veterans is something we do every day in Henderson, not just on special occasions. Through ceremonies like our Memorial Day Field of Honor, our Veterans Day celebration, and the Henderson's Veterans Memorial Wall, we remain dedicated to preserving their stories and honoring their legacy for generations to come. I also encourage everyone here today to take a moment to walk through this plaza and read the commemorative bricks. Each name tells a story of service, sacrifice, and love of country. Today is about remembrance, but also about commitment. It is our duty to ensure these stories are never forgotten, to teach future generations about the sacrifices made in defense of our freedoms, and to show our gratitude not just today, but every day. On behalf of the City of Henderson, thank you for inviting me to be part of today's ceremony, and I also want to recognize that we have members of our police force here, kind of sort of military, but thank you for being here today to make sure that this event happens in safety. To our Purple Heart recipients, our veterans and their families, thank you for your courage and sacrifice and your unwavering service to our nation. We are forever grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Romero. At this time, again, someone who doesn't need much of an introduction, long-standing, seasoned Congresswoman Tina Titus.
thank you very much, Mayor. It's so nice to see you be in your city. Commander, thank you for bringing your troops out and allowing me to be part of this incredible ceremony. I love coming to these veterans events in Henderson. I've been many times. In fact, I was here not too long ago when we put Daddy's name on the Henderson Ball of Veterans. My sister and I were here, and we were so honored to have his name added to that ball. It means so much to our family, and so thank you for doing that. As the mayor said so eloquently, this is a special day to commemorate those who made such incredible sacrifices so that our democracy and the principles that we stand on could continue. And they did it through tremendous acts of valor. Our nation remains a beacon of freedom and democracy, justice and liberty, thanks to their help and their sacrifice. The history of the medal, as you've all heard, stretches back to the beginning of our nation. It goes back to George Washington, who created this, who felt that all soldiers, regardless of where they came from or their rank or their walks of life, deserved to be recognized for their sacrifice. Now, when it was originally created, it was just a little piece of purple material that was shaped like a heart. But then it kind of lay dormant for a little while. It wasn't called the Purple Heart. It was called another kind of badge of military merit. But in 1932, General MacArthur wanted to revive that, and so working with the Commission of Art in Washington, they redesigned the medal so that it's what you see today with the gold silhouette of Washington's picture, or Washington's face, because he's the one who came up with it originally. Over the years, a number of people have received it. 1.8 million of these medals have been awarded to our brave soldiers over the course of time. It is the oldest military medal that exists, and we're so proud of it, and yet it's the medal that nobody really wants to receive. It's not about heroism or achievement. It's about service and sacrifice, and so the sacrifices reflected in that medal are something that are given unselfishly by the people who are on the front lines, on the field, and by their families back at home. It's interesting, I was looking up about the Purple Heart to see who all might have received it, and you'd be kind of surprised to hear about it. The first woman to receive the Purple Heart was a nurse, an Army nurse, at Pearl Harbor, and the service that she gave with the Japanese bombing of Pearl Harbor earned her the Purple Heart. But here are some other names that you might not know. The only president to receive the Purple Heart was John Kennedy. We've had celebrities receive the Purple Heart: James Arnaz and Charles Bronson, James Gardner and Rod Serling. Had authors Kurt Vonnegut and Oliver Stone. And you've had athletes. You had Warren Spahn, the pitcher, and Pat Tillman. And this one I found especially interesting. You even had the war horse, Sergeant Reckless, receive the Purple Heart for that horse's service during World War II. So it is something that crosses all lines, crosses all borders, and that just really is based on sacrifice. And like the mayor said, the city of Henderson, not just the state of Nevada, has shown its respect for and loyalty to these soldiers. Our state is the home of many bases. We have trained soldiers. We have worked through it, the Cold War, helped to win the Cold War. We have now the highest tech kind of development in drones. So much is happening on our military bases. But Henderson, over time, has also shown that it is a military city. It is a Purple Heart city, and it has done so much to honor our veterans. When the military says that you leave no soldier behind on the field, and we should make that same commitment when those soldiers come home. We should never leave them behind. We should provide them with all the services that they have fought for and deserve. So it's not just the medal, it's the commitment for education, for housing, for health care, to be there for those wounds that they bring back that earn them the Purple Heart. And so it's my commitment to you, and I know your all's commitment to our veterans and their families, that that's our pledge. We will not leave you behind. So to our Purple Heart awardees, a grateful nation says thank you. I think you probably got about a dozen of these that I've given you, but I'm going to give you one more. So it's just a commemoration from my office and the 700,000 people here in District 1 who want to say thank you, congratulations, and always you are in our hearts and minds.
Thank you, Congressman. Those were kind words, and we always respect the kind of support that you provide the veterans, certainly in the southern Nevada area. Brandon, did you care to give any words? Brandon, correct? Okay, good.
Everybody calls me Brandon. Nobody gets the name right. But more proudly, retired Senior Master Sergeant. That's, you know, it's an honor to serve. It's an honor to be here today. You know, the Purple Heart is something that, as the Congresswoman said, it's something that's a medal that nobody wants. And another thing too, it's awarded. And speaking of awarding Purple Hearts, I'm proud to say that our office, Senator Jackie Rosen, we managed to help 2 local Nevada veterans recently get their Purple Heart. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. It's just a reminder that, you know, as the Congresswoman said, we're here to support. And one of the best ways we can support our veteran community is through outreach, is through helping veterans. So if you know a veteran or you're a veteran and you need help getting paperwork, you need help maybe getting a medal or decoration that you believe that you earned that may have been lost in the mix, you need help dealing with the VA or another federal agency, please remember, we're here to help you guys. We're here locally in all of our different congressional offices. We can help you out. So please get in contact with us. Please let us know if there's something that we can do to help you get help with the federal agency or look into getting a medal that you may earn. Please just reach out to us. And thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you, Brandon. Let me call upon Alana Simpson. She represents the office of Senator Catherine Cortez Masto.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here to represent Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. My name is Alana Simpson, and I just want to say I really want to thank the Purple Heart Chapter 730 commander and all of the members for what they've done for City of Henderson and to honor our Purple Heart recipients. I have a senatorial recognition I'd like to present. And it says, in recognition of the Purple Heart Day ceremony in Henderson, Nevada, thank you for your courageous service. Signed, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. I also just want to recognize all of our veterans in the audience. As a Coast Guard veteran, I just want to say it makes me really proud to be here to honor our Purple Heart recipients. Thank you.
Do we have someone else that's needs representation? And who is that?
That's Joe Woods from Thompson.
Okay, good. You want to come up?
Sure, why not? Thank you so much. Absolutely, why not? Yes, sir, absolutely. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much. I'd just like to, first of all, extend my thank you for the invitation for everybody here. We really, really appreciate the honor of being able to come out and respect our veterans and the sacrifices that they've made for our country. So I'd like to present a certificate of recognition to you as well. This is presented to the Purple Heart Chapter 730 in recognition of your hosting of the Purple Heart Day ceremony, honoring the highest sacrifice made in service to our nation in partnership with the City of Henderson. Your commitment to honoring our veterans inspires others and reflects the values of courage, sacrifice, and gratitude. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, we have representatives here from the Nevada Department of Veteran Services. Yes? Thought we did. Oh, okay, over there. Thank you. We also, any representatives from the governor's office? All right. Well, we come together this day on our at the Purple Heart Monument, which again is at the center of the display of the plaza here, to recognize August 7th as Purple Heart Day. Most importantly, to pay tribute and to honor the memory of our departed Purple Heart Chapter 730 patriots. In tribute to our patriots, they've passed, and some of them are still among us. Those of us, many of us, getting old. Members of the military of the Purple Heart and others who were not, no longer here. Today we honor and thank all of those who have been awarded the Purple Heart Medal, past and present, who have shed their blood in combat in defense of our country in wars past and present. We thank them for their bravery, their courage, and commitment in fighting for our country's liberty and freedoms, which we all hold dear today. You've heard a little history here behind it with a couple of speakers about where the medal originated back in the days of George Washington, 1782. Today's version of it was developed in 1932 with George Washington's likeness on the medal itself. And at that time, it was a decoration for Army and Air Corps only. It was later expanded to all members from all services. 1942, that came about when President Roosevelt further defined these qualifications for receiving the award. There are but a few American heroes that the Congresswoman mentioned. Today we recognize everyone as our local heroes as well. The statement is so very true: freedom is not free. For from America's beginning, freedom has cost many military and civilian lives, and many sacrifices by them and their families and friends as well. It continues today. You know, when we're talking about sacrifices that are made from those in the military, we can't overlook the sacrifices that are made every day by our first responders. Those whose job it is to respond to emergencies, civil disturbance, and other activities that put our own freedoms and lives at risk. Such was the case when Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Officer Austin Abdelnabi was shot and killed this past Tuesday. He was only 30 years old and a Marine veteran. He survives by his wife, Sage, by his parents, 2 brothers and 1 sister. Again, he was just 30. But not a former Marine, not an ex-Marine. He was a Marine. That's the reason why our flags are at half-staff all around town and throughout the state. It's also at half-staff generally during our ceremony, and today it has an additional special meeting. And I'd like to offer just a moment of silence at his memory. Thank you. A veteran once told me that there's no greater love or sacrifice than a comrade who would give their life for another or for this great country of ours. In the Bible at John 15:13 it reads, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." I'm going to ask the chaplain to put one more rose on the monument to remind us today that out of respect and gratitude, we will remember each of our Purple Heart comrades always for their service, sacrifices, and commitment to our country. So true is the saying that all gave some gave all, and some continue to give. I'd like to turn the program at this time over to Glenn Ralston and Sergeant-at-Arms Michael Morrisall. They want to read the names of chapter comrades who have passed away, and then we will have taps. Glenn? Yep.
Everybody could please stand for the reading of the names of the past Chapter 730 members who have passed. Sergeant-at-Arms Morrisall will ring the chapter bell after each chapter's name is read. After all the names and cameras are rendered by taps, it's going to be performed by Larry Ransley. Past Chapter 730 Commander Harry Grader. Past Chapter 730 Sergeant-at-Arms Patriot Gene Broderick. Patriot John Forner, Patriot Sidney Cosway, Patriot Robert Harris, Patriot John Riley, Patriot Mike Reams, Patriot Lee Mohan, Patriot Salu Sua Jr., Patriot John Whited, Patriot John Novak, Patriot Greg Clouter, Patriot Sophia M. Hamilton, Army veteran and supporter. Patriot Al Lopez. Past Chapter 730 Commander Lawrence Darrington. Patriot Frank Turretino. Past Junior Vice Commander Major Bob Freeman. Patriot Ted Hamilton. Patriot Bruce Vanderford. Patriot Eligio Grija. Patriot Cecil Thomas, Patriot Charles Moyer, Patriot Williams Merriwans, Patriot Frank Alonas, Patriot John Vu, Patriot Eugene Burney, Patriot Frederick Dolan, past Chapter 730 Commander Daniel Peterson, Patriot Bo Ritz, and past Chapter Commander Al Kozar. Thank them for their services in defending the great country of ours and for the service chapter. We will now have taps.
And salute.